Alright. Back at it.
Artillery disabled, Sergeant. Landing zone secure for the moment.
I hear you. Starting our approach. Hang tight.
I like the more subdued sound
Inbound Phantoms, Chief.
of the older version. The older song just sounds better to me. The new one isn't too bad.
Another Phantom on approach.
Do I care? Do I just run?
Hold here until the Pelican arrives, Chief.
Do I have to?
Let's wait for our Warthog. Unless you really want to walk.
Maybe what if I do? What if I do want to walk?
Here comes our ride.
I got a good view coming in. There's a big building in the middle of this island's lake.
I saw it too. It looked like a temple. If I were a megalomaniac, and I'm not, that's where I'd be. The controls to extend the bridge should be in this structure. Watch out, Chief. Wraiths on the far side.
guess I didn't know there were terminals in this.
Regarding the history of the Covenant and its glorious founding species, the Sanshayum and Sanghili, the record of punished deeds would not be sufficient without a word on the Arbiter. Not the consignment of shame that it is currently, but what came before, the legendary warriors of Sanghili past. Long before the Covenant, the Sanghili ruled their world with pride and vigilance, surviving the perils of both land and sea. These were the arbiters of old, part king, part judge, warrior rulers, unlike any of which would follow. When we arrived on their frontier world of Ulgathon, the cost of life was severe. Led by a mighty arbiter, the Sanghili resisted our entreatment with ruthless force, leading to decades of war. We would eventually triumph, of course. And when we did, we would not ignore the mantle of the Arbiter. Like all things, we would bend the Sanghili to our own ends. The Arbiters would become the very will of the Prophets.
Okay, so the terminals in this are like history.
Good, the bridge is down. Now about those brakes.
We'll just
Roger
have
them.
to
Armor's on the way.
scoot past them. I kind of like the older music better for this section. It's a bit more methodical, I'd say.
Careful, we're coming up on another structure. Pelican inbound. Let's clear a landing zone. They're all pouring out of the middle. Let's get in there.
You always bring me to such nice places.
such wonderful music. Like I know I was complaining about it a little bit earlier, but I think it's kind of taken a turn for the better here. I feel like I always get lost at this part.
Good. Still no word about In Amber Clad on the Covenant battle map. It's odd. The Covenant know we made landfall, but they don't seem to consider us a very serious threat. Boy, are they in for a big surprise.
Watch yourself. Honor guards. Wait, go back. That's what I thought he said. The Prophet of Regret is planning to activate Halo.
Are you sure?
I shall light this holy ring, release its cleansing flame, and burn a path into the divine beyond.
Pretty much.
Commander, we've got a problem.
So I hear. But from what I understand, the Prophet will need an object, the Index, to activate the ring. I've located a library similar to the one you found on the first Halo. If the rings work the same way, the Index should be inside.
I'll bet the Covenant are thinking the exact same thing.
Then we better beat them to it, Sergeant. Extract your men and meet me at the library.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll secure the Index, Chief. You take out the Prophet. He's given us all the intel we need.
Keep it up, sir.
mess with the chief.
Spotted another one. I shot it! Woo! Don't stop now, Chief!
Now, a little effort.
Cortana, the Covenant's getting nosy. Now, I don't want to give away my position, so I'm rerouting a few stragglers back to you. I apologize. These Pelicans are all the support you're gonna get.
Understood, ma'am.
A gondola is launching from the far towers. Big surprise, it's full of Covenant reinforcements. I lost it! Another contact! Well, they were nice enough to bring us a ride.
I like it when we win.
This lake couldn't have been formed by volcanic action, which means it was either built this way on purpose or was created by some other cataclysmic event. I'm sorry, were you trying to kill something?
Come get me! I'm just a little coward! Not really. I'm not gonna make it, am I?
Ooh, okay, well, I'm dead.
Now, while their backs are turned.
Ah, now I see. There's a submerged section that connects these towers to the outlying structures. Looks like we're going down. Unless you'd prefer to swim. I've intercepted a secure transmission from Regret's carrier to something called High Charity.
Well, that looks much better.
It seems to be a formal apology to the prophets of truth and mercy. Apparently, Regret jumped the gun when he attacked Earth. He's asking the other prophets to forgive his premature arrival, arguing that no human presence was foretold. That explains why there were so few ships in his fleet. But it's odd a prophet would have such bad intel about his enemy's homeworld.
For generations, our holy arrangement put the prophets in charge of religion and technology. The elites led our military forces to convert new species and find relics such as your halo.
And these relics you sought, the Sanshayum, your prophets, told you that they would lead you on this great journey?
Yes. Transcendence. Eternal life. Their promises were endless. We gave up our old ways to follow the Prophet's lead on the great journey. Gave up all of our history. All of our traditions.
Not all of your traditions, it seems. This Arbiter you mentioned, hasn't that always been a position of power for your species?
Power? It was long ago. An Arbiter was once the pinnacle of our people, leader of the clans, and master of the battlefield. But then, an Arbiter committed heresy, and an example was made of him.
Heresy?
He challenged the word of the prophets. Challenged and lost. So the title of Arbiter became a badge of shame for our most spectacularly failed warriors.
Yes. They were accomplished manipulators. Back before the firing of the array. I see at least that hasn't changed.
Manipulators? What? And before? Before when?
I will explain later. Right now, I want you to tell me everything you can of these Arbiters.
Kind of interesting. Yeah, there's no way that this
Regret's carrier just received a response from High Charity. A very well-encrypted message from the Prophet of Truth.
There's no way that
Listen to this.
the old graphics
Your
are better
haste
than the
has
new.
jeopardized
for
the
this.
fulfillment of our covenant, threatened
Barely
our
see a
grand
thing in the old
design.
graphics.
That you shall be spared a public display of our contempt is thanks only to Mercy and his wise counsel. Truth, Mercy, Regret. 3 prophet hierarchs. Killing Regret should shake up the covenant leadership. But frankly, it sounds like you might be doing Truth a favor.
my last run, Chief. I'm nearly out of fuel. We've secured the first tower cluster, so I'll set down there. Call when you're ready for evac.
How's it going, you two? So far, so good. We're approaching the main temple now. Roger that. I'm as close to the library as I can get. There's some sort of barrier. We're trying to find a way around it. I'll keep you posted.
That's the largest Covenant fleet I've ever seen. The largest anyone's ever seen. Get inside the temple and kill Regret before it can stop us.
We're in trouble now.
The Covenant fleet has launched multiple waves of phantoms. Too many for me to track. We don't have much time. There are honor guards all over this place. Watch your back.
Watch your back, right? That's what I get for not listening.
The Covenant fleet has launched multiple waves of phantoms. Too many for me to track. We don't have much time. There are honor guards all over this place. Watch your back.
By
There's the target. Take him out.
Perhaps you underestimated me, no? The very existence offends me, demon.
Brother enemy!
Bad news. The Phantoms are turning around. The fleet is preparing to fire on our position. We need to get out of here.
This is not your grave. But you are welcome in it.
Sacred icon.